We got the Knicks, we got the Bucks. This is an awesome game. The line is telling us it's going to be close. It looks like we should have pretty good lineups. The only question is Karl Anthony Towns. I think both of these teams are big time contenders here in the East. I loved it for Milwaukee when they got Miles Turner. Kind of hated it for my Pacers, but two really good teams. Knicks are a slight favorite here. Over under sits at 229. What's your take on Knicks and the Bucks?
Well, Andy, I can tell that you're a little bit more excited about the start of the NBA season than me. I'm a little bit apprehensive of jumping right in and making a ton of bets this early in the season. So I'm going to focus on the prop market. I do lean Knicks if Karl Anthony Towns is healthy. He's considered questionable right now. And the Knicks are banged up at center. Robinson's out. Their backup center is questionable. Their big men have been banged up all last season, and now that problem is carried over. I still can't believe this Knicks team fired Thibodeau to hire Mike Brown. That seems a little counterintuitive to me. I still think it was a little premature to fire Thibodeau, or if you were going to fire Thibodeau, to come back with Mike Brown seems, I don't agree with that. But if you look at the history between these teams, the Knicks won all three meetings last year. They've won 5 straight against the Bucks since 2023. They've covered in all 5 of those games, and 4 of those 5 games were overs. Both teams 2-1 to start the season. Both teams coming off their first loss. When I look at the fact that Cat is banged up and that Robinson is out, some banged up big men for the Knicks, I think to myself, well, who could benefit from that in the player prop market? And that's got me looking at Josh Hart and his rebounds. His rebound total is set at 7.5. This guy's averaging 9.5 this year. Now, this year's only 3 games, so we could almost disregard that. But the reason I mention it is because he averaged 9.6 last year. So we're not going to disregard that. And he averaged 8.3 the year before. The Milwaukee Bucks ranked 26 in opponent rebounding this year, and they ranked 15th last year. New York ranks 11th in rebounding this year, 21st last year. I think Josh Hart will get his minutes tonight, and he will get his boards. So we're going to go over 7.5 rebounds for Josh Hart, which is my official play, and just a lean on the New York Knicks.
I'm kind of with you, Jesse. I had my very first NBA play last night. I have not been firing a lot. I wanted to watch a few games, and then we get over. We had Drew Holiday over his assists. He gets over by the hook, but yeah, I tend to start off a little bit cautious here to start the season, but I think I've seen enough to make my read on some of the games. So I'm with you 100%. That props is where it's at in NBA. So anytime you want to talk NBA props, you just let me know, sir. So
I guess with 14 of the first 16 games going over the number, we'll have to write that down and make a note for next year.
I mean, it's like, okay, maybe the players are just super healthy, or I don't know what it is, but it's just. Yeah, it's overs galore. Points are going over. Assists are going over. So yeah, it's been points galore. So, all right, Jesse, great breakdowns. Once again, tell everyone what you have up for $5 Tuesday.
I've got to play on tonight's World Series Game 4. I'm not worried about that 18 innings. I think I got an angle that I am really comfortable with. So you can get that for $5.